Today, the video that I want to talk about, like what I want to learn about in this class of media and pop culture. Well, out of the five things, the very first thing I want to learn about Dr. Robertson in class is what exactly is pop culture. Like, because it is very hard to define exactly what pop culture is because the culture is always changing. It's hard to define what culture is. And because the thing that we may consider popular at one point in time, a few years down the road, or just probably a few months or a few weeks, it might be out of style. So what we define as popular is in fact not popular. So that's one thing I want to know, like what exactly is pop culture? And then within that, the second thing I want to learn is like exactly because of pop culture, how can we examine race, class, and gender, like the things we're talking about now? How can we examine that with social histories and tie that in with pop culture? Like, how can, like, what exactly is, what does race, well, what does pop culture have to deal, like, how does that influence or how does that, how does that affect race or class or gender? Like, is does a certain race or certain class affect like pop culture? And the third thing I want to learn about is how the youth of the country is influenced by not only the race, class, and gender, but how is it influenced by popular culture? Because, like I said, the things that are popular at one point, well, since things change, the youth change, and what we exactly what I'm trying to say is like how because of different times and different things, like advertising, like the advertising through cell phones and all things like that, how does that affect like the youth, like things the youth to get on, we can easily get on our phone and go to the internet or something or look up anything and we get someone else's opinion or something and that not be ours. Like you said in class, we have like it's basically people thinking for you. Well, how the fact that since other people are thinking for you, like what effect will that eventually have on the country if that continues to happen? Since everything is basically being dumbed down for the future society. The fourth thing I would like to know more about is what is the relationship between pop culture and media itself, because media has changed over time. As far as media from a few decades ago, centuries ago, it used to be we had our media from newspapers, magazines, and books and things like that. But as far as our media now, we have television and internet and YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and all that stuff. So if we want to learn anything, we can just get on Facebook or anything and everything's there. Like how because of the different types of media, like how has that affected the United States and the world as a whole? And the last thing I kind of want to learn about is how internet and television has power over society. Because internet and television is basically our most important uh, access of um, media. How is that if we took away the media, the internet, and television, but what would happen to what would happen to society, and how has if we took away the media and television, well, the internet and television, how does that affect popular culture itself? And that's basically kind of things I want to learn about. Just like what exactly is pop culture and how does pop culture basically affect the society and youth as a whole. My name is JJ, Dr. Robinson. I'll see you in class. Blood gang, I'm out.